Awesome, everyone. Today we're going to keep it short and sweet. Yep. Now you can see we are in the very, very middle, probably very end of the month, so just in September time. You today the Fed started speaking as well. The Fed came out and speak. He also says exactly what we say right now. Oops. He also say exactly what we say. He says that the market is a little bit overvalued at the moment, which is very, very true. We are at all-time high at the moment for a lot of people, not our students, for a lot, hopefully, a lot of people they're getting. This is a time where people are getting really, really greedy at the moment. They think the market is gonna go higher and higher and higher. They're being like, all of that. I don't know. I don't want to miss the technology bubble. I don't want to miss the real estate bubble. Um, I don't want to miss the real, I don't want to miss the real estate. I don't want to miss the real, I don't want to miss the real estate bubble. I don't want to miss and so a lot of people want to chase a lot of things going on. So fact today talk about just a couple of minutes ago, you can see the market is actually a little bit way overvalued as well. Now let me just share my screen so you can actually see what I'm on about right now. So if I share my screen right now, this is the time of really the time of the time where people will be like, ooh, things is going all-time high at the moment. You can see it just keep going higher and higher like that. We are now here, just an all-time high at the moment. And you will see now for those people who are really, really impatient, will be like, oh, I want to get in right now. You want to buy right here, right at the top here, and I want to buy in the market right at the top here. And I will tell you right now, as I show you many times, whenever we are at all-time high, let's say you think we're supposed to buy it here, all-time high, 16th of September 2024. Last time you can see that no matter what happened, things comes back down for you. This literally comes back down for you, giving you another chance to kind of get in. This is September. Yeah. Even though let's say you miss all of that and you get in March as well. Yeah. You miss all of that. 1 year you didn't do anything. You were very impatient and eventually it comes back up to you. So you still have another chance. The stock market is very fair. They always kind of give you kind of a second chance. If you think it's all-time high, you miss here, you'll always come back. So if you bought like all-time high just right here, and what happened? If you buy just all-time high, you will see that eventually the stock market did crash back kind of for you as well. So for example, here you will be like, let me just buy here. This is what? This is 2020, 22nd November 2020 so this is just some time ago. You'll be like, oh, this is after the corona. Everyone is going up. This is after the corona. Before corona, let's say, before corona, and then you went all the way down, you'll be like, oh, okay, now it's after corona now. And you see for a year or actually 2 years, the stock market just keep going higher and higher and higher. You'll be like, what? You're like, oh my God, did I miss out and stuff like that? Did I miss out and stuff like that? And let's say you get on it here, do you miss out and stuff like that? And this is what, April 2021, you'll be like, oh, did I miss out? Did I miss out and stuff like that? You can see if you're being patient enough, it almost comes back. It just comes back. So it almost comes back. If you hear it comes back to you. Even if you just miss this kind of like this is all-time high corona, even if you got in here, this is a second chance you got in. So let's say you were here, you miss this out here for this is December to 2020, okay, the whole year Corona came back, and let's say you miss here, you'll be like, oh, for 1 year you didn't do anything for 1 year, it keeps going higher and higher, you were panicking and stuff like that. Eventually, it did come back to exactly the place that you actually missed out on. Yeah. So same thing with internet bubble, where a lot of people are chasing anytime you will not see, there's always another chance kind of for you to get back in. So let's say you miss whatever that is, like you miss just right, kind of like you miss just right here, all-time high, you're trying to get in here, you're trying to chase, for this internet bubble, this is 2000. That means if you come back all the way 1996 for 5 years, people who invested for 5 years, this is 1997, this is 2000, for 3 to 4, 5 years, anyone who invested in the last 3 years' time, they all come back down. This is the time where Warren Buffett get a lot of death threats, and people throwing stones at him. In his mirror, they're throwing stones. It's like, Warren Buffett, why don't you invest in like technology stocks? Everything is going high up. Cisco, a lot of things are going high up big time. Why don't you invest? Everything is going higher and higher. By the way, the Fed also cut rates at that moment. Yes, they cut the rates at the moment. The Fed's cuts rate in 1998. Remember, they cuts the rate, and market was all-time high, and the Fed cuts rate. So it went up a little bit higher. Then eventually it did come back. So this is why it's so important in terms of trading and investing. You don't have to time the market. You just have to really, really sit down, being patient, wait for the market to be undervalued, and you're going to make a lot of money. As I say many times, how many times do you need to get rich in your entire lifetime? 50 times, 100 times, 20 times? No, you just need to get rich one time. You just get it right all in one time, and that's about it. And the good news is, even in our trading strategies as well, we kind of tell you a little bit. Today, the whole market was kind of red. The whole market was red. Well, S&P 500 was down almost 0.68%. Everything was quite really red. And you'll be like, oh, what's going on? And if you look at our strategy just right here, if you type SP 500, this is just the average of 20 years of everything that we look at. Where is it? Let's look. Let me just type S&P. Let's see. S&P. Let's see, when does it say things is gonna happen? Where are we? iShare Core SP 500 season. Yeah, this is it. So you can see kind of historical time when we come to kind of like September time. You can see it's not in the middle of September, just in September time. We kind of, this is the past 20 years. Okay, 2020, 24 is the latest one. This is the past 20 years. So it's kind of telling you like almost every single year, these type of things happen. I really, really like it when things keep going higher like a rocket, because life is not a straight line. You go to the forest, is forest a straight line? No, life is not a rocket. But when it's going up like a rocket like that, it's a very good thing, because the more people pump, the more down it's usually gonna get. Yeah, so it's a very, very good thing. We should actually celebrate. It's exactly kind of where we want. This is just in the middle or end of September, just right here. Yeah. This is kind of what happened. Now, so yeah, so what's going on? But the good news is, you don't really have to time the market to make a lot of money from the market. You just have to wait until the economic cycle that we want, which is we just have to wait for extreme fears. Yeah. And historically, usually, it would just usually you will see, normally we reach kind of extreme fears time. I'm just show you here. Normally just in the end of kind of like October time. Yeah. Now, so what about our analysis, our technical analysis wise, as such? So a lot of people will be very, very crazy trying to get into it. It's absolutely fine to get into things right now, but you know, the stock market is actually a machine where you transfer from the impatient to the patient. Write it down. Stock market is not a machine where the more you do, the more activities that you do, the more you're gonna make. No, stock market is a transfer of it's a transfer of wealth from the impatient to the patient. you know um what is that called? Yeah, very, very famous. Stock market is just a device to transferring money from the very, very impatient to the very, very patient. And you also don't get paid. You don't get paid from activities. You actually get paid from stock market, for something like that. Let's have a look. You actually get paid from just sitting. Let's have a look. Exactly. The Wall Street makes its money on activity, you makes your money on inactivity. What does that even mean? So sometimes not doing something, not getting FOMO, because as I said before, the fear, in regards to the emotion of the market, in regards to the emotion of the market, you have to kind of go opposite of what everybody else says. Yeah, it's a contrary investor kind of, is where people get excited, thrill, euphoria, people are screaming and stuff like that. And that's where you want to be like, you want to be really careful a little bit. So I like to really study what a lot of people are feeling at the moment. The rally is real. Where are we? We are not really feeling a lot of this. Oops, how do I go out? What's going on? Yeah, they will be like, oh, this way. The rally is real, belief, time to get fully invested. They're getting thrilled. Let's me buy on margin, got to tell everyone to buy. I'm a genius and stuff like that. Yeah. So you really want to feel your heart is pumping fast. You want to feel that, wow, what's going on? And stuff like that. We're panicking and stuff like that. Anger, you want to get some angry in other people. Or even depression would be really nice. That's when you actually should be take massive action to act. Yeah. So that's what really the stock market is all for. Yeah. So it's very, very normal. So anyway, so coming back. So well done for a lot of you who are able to stay put and kind of stay patient. Yeah, really, really powerful because when the time kind of comes, during extreme fear time, here you're gonna make like 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%. You can forget about all of this small percentage. It's not even gonna change anything. But when you reach the extreme fear time and when you buy the right stocks, you do the homework that we tell you, go to the guidance, choose a stock that increase their earning guidance, their growth by at least 30%. If you chose a lot of that stocks, you make way more money than anybody else. So, for example, we asked a lot of students to get into Cradle during the last extreme fears time, and because Cradle has been going up, Cradle, the guidance, everything is more than 30%. You bought it just right here at the bottom, three, it went all the way to 16. S&P 500 only went up 20%, 30%. That's not going to change your life. But if you got in here, 3K, this is the extreme fear, 4th of April, if you remember, it's actually the extreme fear time where the market is undervalued by 10%. Yeah. When the NAAIM report, everyone was super scared. And yeah, so you went all in here, you went all the way to 16 times. 3 times 16, you make 500 times, 600 times your return just like that. And if you go to eToro, you use a little bit of leverage. You only use leverage in market is way overvalued on eToro. They accept you to use 5x leverage, 10x leverage, 20x leverage, 20 times 5. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. You can't even count how much money you're going to make. And if you use option trading, for example, you buy a put option. We talk more about that kind of later on a higher level trading. Put options where it is 100x leverage and your losses is very, very small. If it goes wrong, your losses is so small, but when you can make 100 times your leverage, and yeah, a lot of this now I don't know talk a lot about leverage trades because leverage you only want to get in when a super, super what we call undervalued. Yeah, you don't do leverage when it's in the middle, you don't do leverage when it's all-time high. You only do leverage when you're super, super there. So money made is very, very easy, but we just got to be patient. And when the right time comes, we're actually going to let you know as well. Okay. Anyway, if you're on the right level of the training. Awesome, cool. So what happened? Yeah, so that's kind of what happened. So let's have a look right now on our analysis. So if I put on all of the charts right now, our Bollinger Band, our step 5, our strategy, if you go to daily, you can see that we are actually a little bit outside of the band a little bit, outside of the band a little bit. So a pullback is very, very common and very, very normal. A little bit of the pullback, very, very common and very normal. Yesterday supposed to have the pullback already, actually, but suddenly AI, Nvidia was combining with who? With this ChatGPT guy, and then suddenly he went up like 3%, 4%. And then today, suddenly China was coming out and saying, you know what, we're going to replace NVIDIA, all of that things going on. But all of this happened in the technology situation in 1999, 1998, when the radio comes, when the horse come, when the aeroplane comes, when what's that called? Aeroplanes, when the host, when the radio, when any DVD, any new technology comes, usually there will be a small bubble. Okay. if you watch what Mark Zuckerberg says as well, the Facebook guy. Let me see if I can find it. This is very, very normal. Zuckerberg say there's a bubble, you know, and Mark Zuckerberg just let's have a look. I want him to say it though. Here's the twist, he says. Not really. He's saying. What does it say?
I think it's quite possible. Most
How do you do it? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. You know?
going on for the last 2 months, especially. I think it's quite possible. Most other major infrastructure build-ups in history, whether it's railroads or fiber for the internet, the dot-com bubble, these things were all chasing something that ended up being fundamentally very valuable. The infrastructure gets built out, people take on too much debt, then a lot of the companies end up going out of business. And then the assets get distressed, and then it's a great opportunity to go buy more. There are compelling arguments for why AI could be an outlier. If the models keep on growing in capability year over year and demand.
Yeah, so it's a very, very normal in terms of the things that we are seeing. It's very, very normal. Whenever we have something new, kind of things happen like that all the time. Yeah. So but good news is, just sit down tight, and things usually come to our way. But anyway, so that's based on step, our technical analysis, our week 2 training. So we're just drawing the line, and yeah, so I personally think the really, really good time to kind of start to get into the market is where you can see this is kind of the chance. And yeah, when it comes to really, really just in, let's say, back in our June time, May time, coming back there, that's where you can start to buy some really powerful stocks. Yeah. So what else? So if we go to my website, let's have a look what's happening. Yep. So just go to ravenhung.com and then you go to, yep. Let's go with how is our economy and everything kind of doing right now. Let's go at how the CEO does as well. NAAIN report, market valuation, all of that. What is this? Let's go to trading view and let's look at this. Let's go to markets, search for, let's go on these. Let's look for that kind of indicator. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So we are at the greed stage at the moment. It would be really nice for people to be in extreme fear. That would be really, really nice. So we are just there. You can see not just you, but a lot of the smart people right now, the insiders, the charts, let's look. The insiders, the CEO of the company hasn't actually been, the last time they really bought something was, oops, the last time they really bought something was just in May, April time. You can see for this long time, especially recently, they just haven't been doing anything. There's just a very big gap kind of going on. Yeah. So if the whales, if the big guys are not buying, why are we chasing? Um, yep. So here, all-time high here as well. Everyone is kind of getting in exposure for the market when it's the highest. Usually, there's a correction kind of happen. So the last time when we were here, we were just around there. Yeah, there's a small correction there. This is around kind of there as well. So we're just waiting for kind of there at the moment. Okay. Cool. So that's kind of what happened. The valuation, if you did a really good time, you already know. We will talk more about that. It's kind of when it's there. Sorry, it's just negative 10, which we have it. Um, the last time we have it is like 7th of April when market is undervalued by 17%. That's crazy. Yeah. So cool. So yep, you can see these sentiments as well. You want this bearish time, people to be super bearish. That's where really good time to kind of get into as well. So if I click on it, you tell me which date based on this graph, which date would you have bought? Let's have a look. Where are we? Yeah, based on this, tell me which date. See if you can tell. So this is a bearish graph. So based on that, you know, w- you know, during which date particularly would you have bought? Give me the date, you know? So bearish means how many people are actually shorting. They're thinking the market is going to come down big time. Everyone is shorting. Remember, you don't make money when everyone's doing everything. You make money by become a contrary. You become a different person. So you can see you just have to aim for the highest. So 43, 46, all of that, 41, they are not the highest. The highest is actually, the bearish one is actually 61. Just since fourth, third. This is it. You hit the jackpot already and you buy some really, really powerful stocks. And when market is way undervalued, you use a little bit of a leverage. Let's see what happened. 4th, 3rd of July. Yep. Can you see 4th April just right there? Just almost at the market bottom, just right there. Yeah. Just when everyone is very, 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 very bullish, that's where you're supposed to go all in, just around 61. Just remember the number a little bit. Cool. Let's go to your homework right now. So that's kind of what happened. Um, yeah, so that's kind of what happened based on, let's have a look. Yeah, based on our seasonality, you can see as well, this is September coming down quite nicely there. Cool. So that's kind of what happened. So we're going to be doing homework right now. I'm going to go through your homework. And you really want to be start filtering stocks or filtering trades that is, that so for those especially on a higher level training, you remember we talked about the 10 stocks that you should go all in and buy, and also plus one for their competitor. Do the guidance for their competitors as well, because you kind of know a company when you actually do their competitors. So you kind of actually know what happened. Like Adidas and Nike, you'll be like, I kind of know what's kind of what happened. Yeah. So do one for their competitors, so then you will be really, really understanding what actually you are actually getting into. Yeah. Awesome. So let's get into your homework right now. If you've done your homework, just say host and panel, just say me, so we can go through your homeworks as well. Yeah. So last week, I think some people recommended some trades. Let me see who recommended who what. Last week, who recommended some trade? Last week we recommended Guidewire a little bit. We found one, and the one before was 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 um was Lulu, and the one before we got some. So let's have a look. Who did the homework last week? Whatever. So let me go to my chat. Not chat. Let me have a look. Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, 16th of September here. This is just last week. Some people recommend Guidewire. Who did the homework and found Guidewire? Type in the chat box, say me. Yeah, type in the chat box and say me who found this Guidewire. Because what happened here is that the reason why we short this is becomes 10 EPS from 11, now 12 from 45. 10 from 11, EPS now 12 from 45. Don't get that. Let's have a look. In Insta. What happened? Can you have a look at my homework? Who did his homework, by the way? This guy Wire. Let's have a look. Uh, let's see. Do. YouTube Studio. Do. Who found this guy, guys? Let me see who found it. So this was last week, like 7 days ago. So who did this? Um, okay, I think it's one of the powerful higher level students. So they did Guidewire, and let's see what's the reason we talk about this thing though. What's that? So the reason why we short, it was from 10 2.47. Before that was, yeah. So you can see the revenue before was 11 and it dropped to 10. Okay. So there's a revenue drop. Revenue drop is quite a nice thing. And then the EPS also dropped from 14 to 12. Okay. So I think that's the reason. Let's continue. Yeah. It just went down like that. So a lot of students already shorted on the 4th 9, which is what? 4/9 is what? 4th of September. So if you show on 4th September, you should be okay. Guidewire. Yeah, just around just there. Even the market has been going up big times as well. And it's actually been coming down really, really nicely. Yeah, 4th of September, market's going up big time. Also, it combines with a little bit of technical analysis as well because we're just at all-time high here. So it makes a little bit of the sense. Yeah. So it's been going down nicely. So well done for those who found it. Who found it? Say me, please. Just trying to see how come someone found it, someone didn't find it. Yeah. Say me, please. Very well done. Cool. Why do we choose that or chose that last week? Let's have a look. Why do we choose that? So let me have a look. Because sometimes it's nice to see what's the reason we chose that, then you will be able to you know, one of our millionaire students, our elite lifetime powerful students. When you do that, you should already place that traits anyway. So where is it? Okay, I think this is the one. Cool. So, should I go to the bottom? This is 8/7. Okay, I should go through that thing. Yeah, just like that. Yep, if your thing doesn't load, literally just give me your what? Your Excel sheet link and I click it and share it to all so we can see it straight away. So what day is 8 of 18? Love stack, arrow environment, Guidewire. Yeah, let's have a look at this Guidewire one more time so you can see. So revenue was 9, revenue 10, revenue 10. So it's always been going up. Revenue 10, revenue 10, 11, 11. So it's probably for the very first time this company decreased their full year revenue. You can look at it carefully. 9, 10.7, 10.7, 10.375. Okay. So what about EPS? 15 to 13. A little bit of the drop, but not massively, but it did. And then and then and then 10.45 and then 11.15 and then 11.15. This is 10.85. So revenue dropped, but the EPS dropped quite big, 14 to 12. We never really seen this huge amount of drop before. And this is it. If you want to short something, you want to see something that's never seen before, write that down, guys. If you want to recommend us to short something, you want to make a lot of money. People keep asking me, Raven, how do I make a lot of money? This is it. You want something that has never, never, never happened before. Yeah, it's really important bit. So important and so powerful. Okay. So, take your time to find it. If someone else can find it, why not you? And the more you do it, the easier it's gonna get anyway. Okay. The more you do it, the easier literally it's gonna get. Ah, so let's continue. Oops, oops, oops. So let me look at your homework right now. If you've done your homework, just say yes, so I can look at your homework straight away. Anyway, let's have a look. Now, how do I go back? The thing is, a lot of things that we recommended, I think eventually things is gonna come down even bigger. Things is gonna come down even bigger eventually. Even though when we speak, things are actually coming down slowly as well. Yeah. So a lot of things later on, things is just gonna come down even bigger as well. It's just a matter of time. Yeah. So that's about that. So anyway, what am I looking at? Okay, let's go homework right now. So well done for these students who are on the elite lifetime because you know exactly what we are looking for. Kelvin say lots of share insider. Kelvin, wow, wow. Who told you that strategy? Very powerful. And can you go through throat rudiment to short? Nice. Let's go Lulu's as well. So let's have a look. Uh, mm, so Lulu also slowly and gradually as well. Let's look at Lulu really nicely. So we recommended Lulu kind of like theirs as well. So it went down really nicely for 1 week. And then it started to pull back a little bit here. When do we recommend Lulu? Let's have a look. So this is 16th of September. So it's 9th of September as well. We kind of got a Lulu there, 9th of September. Yeah, we're just right there. And it went down like that and then started to come back up really nicely there. Let's have a look. This is weekly chart. Yep. So it's actually at the all-time low. And that's okay. Let's go market screen. The market screen is gonna tell us everything about Lulu. So let's just type Lulu there and see what happened. And the good news is everything's supposed to go against you right now when you're shorting any trades because the stock market has been going up big time. But eventually, if you're patient enough, you should come back to where we want. So on hold until power weighs in, downgrade from neutral to 1995 recommended, adjust 165 valuation expectation. So there's not big things coming in. Let's see if Nike is going up as well. Let's see. Okay, kind of like that. What about like Adidas as well? Who is Lululemon competitor? Yeah, Adidas has been going up a little bit like that as well. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time because the market has been going up big times as well. So sometimes things continue to go up, but sometimes, it's just a matter of time. Yeah. So if I gonna go back to, so we just have to check back Lulu to see if this has something has never happened before. Yeah, that's really important. You want to make sure it's never happened before. If it's never happened before, then things should be quite okay when things happen. Because when the market comes down, because it's just in the beginning, I think eventually everything is gonna come down as well. Cool. So let's go back right now, even where we have Constellation buying Big Bear. Let's look at how Big Bear has been doing. 2nd of September. Let's go how is Big Bear. Oops. It's coming down slowly and slowly. Let's look. Anyway, let's look. Big Bears as well. Crazy. This is a meme stocks. Wow. It's a meme stocks. We can short Big Bear when it is at. Wow, I think we can short Big Bear when it's at probably around kind of like almost there. We're almost there. Today, it's just a meme method. Yeah, interesting. We have a all time. Oh, these are memes. So you can see this spike it like that. These are all retail traders. It's all done by retail traders where they're just doing things for nothing. Anyway, table is coming down. Cool. So awesome. Really nice. Now let's go your homework right now. If you've done your homework, say me so I can see it right now. How is the day talking about work in the market? Because I got lost. How is the day of talking about work in the market? So if you send me, you can either send me your link on the chat box in the host and panelist, or I will go to this sheet and find your name. Okay, let's have a look at our beautiful person. So this is 9th of September. When you do the homework, I kind of want the latest one. Yeah, the latest one will be really nice. Oh, 18. 18 will be 7 plus 18. What is 18? Let's have a look. Intuit. Let's go Intuit. 0.8 to 1. If you if you really want things to come down, you want the guidance, more and more guidance every day to come down as well. What is this? This one? Nice. Let's have a look. Smaller. Awesome. So the first thing that I want is the date. Really nice. I love this. Let's see. Okay, let's start from here. Let me look at the date first. What day is that? 12th. Not sure that is that one. This is what 18. 18 is okay. It would be nice to have some latest one. Okay, let's have a look. So let's make it bigger. So let's see. So we want the EPS for compare. Okay, this looks like you are giving me. Okay, I saw this is the guidance. 2020-2026 is the guidance. The rest probably not the guidance. Sometimes just copy and paste the whole sentences. Yeah, but really nice. So 14.8 becomes 14.55. So it's a drop. 2.3, 2.4. How should I read this? Let's have a look. Reported, all of that, all of that. So these are all past tense. So we don't take that. For the full year, we don't take this as well. Okay. I'll look at somebody else's homework. These are all the past tense. Okay. We want the present tense. I love that. We have the expectation here. This is what I want. This is really good. This is 18. Okay, let's compare these two. So, adjusted EPS 16.9. Last time was 16.8. So it's an up. What else? What about revenue? 2423. 2305 is an up. So are we looking at the same company? And then what else? ASL 100 million. ASL 100 million. It looks like everything is an up. 29. Operating margin drop from 32 to 29. Operating margin is drop. Annual effective tax rate. Diluted EPS 14.44, 14.8. So the diluted EPS actually dropped from 14.8 to 14.55. Okay, interesting. I see kind of need a little bit more DL to see things in a proper way. But okay, well done. Just need on your graph, just put this there. Yeah, just put that there. Okay, that's good though. Let's look at the now it's a new year. This is 2020-25. This is 2020-26. So it's kind of like a new year. Okay, okay. I love that you have a comparison here. That's really beautiful. Okay, that's for fact set. Let's look at the next one. Who else have done it? Intel Digital is done today. That's nice. Where's Intel? Where's Intel Digital? This one? Where's Intel? Let's refresh that. Who else? Let's see. They were so weird. Okay, let's have a look. Who else have done it? Type in the chat box, please, so we can have a look. Do, 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 do. I love that you've done Kratos as well. Find a competitor of this guy will be super powerful and super nice. Credo is definitely one of these things. Credo and Palante is definitely one of these things we will be buying when we're in extreme fear. So well done, Dom. Find the competitors as well, so you understand more about the company. Cool. So let's see who else have done it. Down the chat box if you've done it. Okay, thank you, Jen. Let's get Jen's ones as well. Let's have a look. Really powerful. Just send me the link. Yeah, don't ask me to go to Instagram. It's a bit far. If you just send me the link, it'll be so beautiful. Volkswagen, good. Let's see. Now expect a return of 2 to 3 compared to 4 to 5. Okay, it's definitely a drop. We can definitely short this guy. Net cash flow 0 rather than 1 to net liquidity will be there. You can short this. It's just that we need the graph, in the plotting graph to see if it happened before or not. Yeah, you kind of have to plot that. We could short Volkswagen. What about another one? FedEx. Let's look at FedEx. FedEx is we need to see the one before FedEx. So there's nothing before. 2026 Q1 range. Porsche is here. Intel Digital. Let's look. Current outlook, previous outlook. So it's an up, 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 up. Okay. Intel Digital looks quite up there, quite high. What about the bit tricky? It's good. Um, but we kind of need the graph now. You want to short Volkswagen and Porsche. What happened to Porsche? Porsche. So let's look at this Porsche for a second. So sales 37 is the same, slightly positive. Previous was 5, now positive 2. So it's like a drop. Um, Margin drop, if this is the one that you're looking at. So it's a bit of drop. Porsche also a bit shortable. You are right. What is the FedEx and Intel Digital? You want to long FedEx because it went from 0 to 4. You're right as well. FedEx is good. Yeah, you're right. But in order for us, okay, let's have a look. Volkswagen. Volkswagen. Just gonna click one of these as well. So the date for Volkswagen that you want to do it is 19 of 9. So if you short Volkswagen on the 19, where's the 19? Sunday, Monday. Yeah, probably just Sunday. 19 also no, is on. Okay, let's go another one. Volkswagen. There are two types of Volkswagen. Uh, 18, 19, just right there. Okay. Cool. So we just have to plot the graph to see if it has happened before. Yeah. It's an all-time low like that. Probably happened many, many times. But well done though. Just need to plot that graph so we can actually see what's happened before. Look at Porsche. P-O-R. Wow. All these stock has been transferred to Tesla, literally. You should have shorted this on 18. Sorry. What's the date for this? 19 of 9. Yeah, probably this big thing. 19. Yeah, one of that. It went down really nicely, a little bit like that as well. Okay. It's okay. And we just go to plot the whole graph to see if it's happened before or not. Really well done. Good. Cool. Who else have done it? Let me have a look. Um, Unsafe maybe I was a politician bot. Nice. Javier, when are you gonna send me a text? Ben say Cohen, Cross Timber, Royalty, Trust WD. Where's your pictures? Can you do it in the digital? It was done comes after fact set Insta. Okay, let's have a look. Look at my phone right now. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's have a look. Where's your pictures though? Wow, that's crazy. Powerful, powerful. Really powerful. Ben, I love your pictures. Anyway, let's let's go into market screener right now and do it together. Who else have done the homework? Let me know. Ben, you need to what's that called? Draw the graph. Yeah, plot the graph. But well done though. Really good. Let's have a look. Let's go to news and then go to all news. I think go to companies, news and then companies. So let's look at that. News. Where are we? Let's look. Go to news first, and then go to companies, and then go to guidance. And then because we are shorting, we go to profit warnings a bit, and then what do we do? And then we go on to like North America a little bit like that. Okay. So the last time that we've done something here. I mean, she's Guidewire is here. Gubei, all of that. Where's Guidewire? Fact set, some people have done it. Why is it like this? North America, where's Guidewire? Fact set, Crackle, Dave, Gubet, Nationwide, Aero, Environmental, Lake, Astro. Ah, so sometimes it's not even here, guys. It's crazy. That means you actually have to go through it one by one. Yeah, there's no shortcut, guys. You actually have to go through it one by one. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, you have to go through one by one. It's under guidance, not profit warnings. Exactly. Cool. So even though things is coming down, it's not sometimes it's not shown on profit warnings. So you kind of have to do it one by one. Anyway, let me just see who else have actually done it. So what is that beautiful name? Just give me a second. Let me just see who else done it. Oh, Just give me a second. Let me just see who beautiful in the world has done it. Anyway, I'll go through later. We have Chân Hoa Minh My ở những không phải là phải không phải là không phải là That's fine. Awesome. That's absolutely fine. We're gonna do it one by one. For those who hasn't seen me before, it's your lucky day today because you get to see how I do it. Let's have a look. So we're gonna go on to countries, go to Northern America. You can go to other countries as well if you have extra time. I think you will make money as well if you go to other countries. So just for simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna do US for now. Okay, just to make it easier. So we've got quite a bit. Oh, the good news is we don't actually have a lot of companies, but let's have a look. Simpler to sell, lift, not, we're looking for shorting updates. Let's have a look. Races, we don't want races, parts, drainage, loss widen. Let's have a look. What is this? Lift, we don't want lift. We're looking for shorting cut potentially. May hit, nothing negative. Say new. What is this? This is the UK. Confirm means it's the same. Appoint, this is to hire CEO. Property, expect to stabilize. Reiterates means it's the same. We don't click that. Provides, we're gonna click on that. Reaffirm is the same. We don't look at it. We don't look at that. We don't look at that. Oracle, reaffirm, that means it's the same. What else? Reaffirms the same. Raises, that means it's a buy. If it's more than 30%, we will put in a watch list to buy an extreme fear. FedEx, BOFA. What else? What is FedEx? Remain, lift, issued, expect. I want guidance. Lena, issue weak home deliveries outlook. Okay, let's have a look on that. I think someone else done it as well. Personal finance platform misses revenue. Let's have a look. FedEx uh to pay dividend provides. Normally we want to look at it. I think it's up. We look at just now. Updated outlook. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. FedEx, we've done it. Content, we've done that. FedEx, what else? Intuit, someone else done it. I think it's an up. I think we've done all of that already. DuPont, Amir, updates, all of that, all of that, all of that, all of that. I think the one that we found on the guide, nuclear sees subsequent decline. This is interesting. Oh, some people miss it, so I have to actually start from there. Updates. Let's look at what updates they have. Darden. Let's look at what lower full year outlook to reflect spin off DuPont. Fact said someone else done it. It's a short. I will look at it one more time. Um, Revises. Let's have a look on that. Okay, we opened quite a lot already. Let's go through that first. People say it's very difficult. It's not difficult, guys. Ben says it's very difficult. It's not difficult because let's go through it right now. So three, reaffirm is the same. So we don't look at it. We cancel that. This company done. Fire Aerospace. Let's have a look at that. What is it? Expect 133. So you just have to see in the past how much that is. So you have to do it manually. Firefly, we're going to come back to that. ASM cut their revenue. Let's see how much they cut. Updates is kind of full to be lower end of its 10 to 20. It reported 12. Lower end of its 10 to 20 range is still in that range. So we can't do anything on that because it's very similar. Provides full year guidance 133. We want to know what happened in the past. Lena declined the first one. We don't really read it. Anticipates. There's a present tense. So that's a keyword. Okay. So it's saying 22 for the current quarter. We need to know what happened in the past. So we have to go through the investor website. Reduces benchmark. We believe all of that. Current outlook. Okay, we have to go to the website. We're going to do it later. Personal finance. Outlook. What is this? To be 30. Anything else? Just that. So we also have to compare it a little bit, okay? Has meet. Let's see what is that. Net income lower half of the guidance is still inside the guidance, but it's just lower half. So we don't look at them. What about new coal? New coal declined quarter to quarter attributed to high costs and all of that. So we want to know the guidance. So we have to go to the investor website. For the quarter third growth to year to be in the high 20% as compared to the previous. So it's kind of like an up. Garden restaurant expect 7.5. What about the one before? So we have to look at that before. Dupont provide full years in the full year expect to be 6, which may not be comparable. Full year estimated. It's not comparable. Okay, because it's not comparable, because they have some new things coming in. So we're just gonna remove this company. Fact set, someone else done it. We need to know what happened before. So you go to the website directly. DuPont. Let's look at this. Lower is third quarter to one from an earlier. It's less than 10%. So it's not a huge situation. Let's look at DuPont. DuPont is the only one we don't really have to look back just because they give you comparison between now and before. But the rest you kind of have to go through the company manually. Okay. But anyway, let's go back. Do it one by one now. The first one we're gonna look at is gonna be fire airspace. So you click open copy this and type investor right at the end. Um and then you click on that and you click on this. So let's see the event. So final result. Let's see. And then go all events. So this is this quarter. You want to minus 3 months of that quarter. So where are we? Financial. Go to quarterly filing. So we done September, and then you minus 3 months. Then it will be because it's usually happen every 3 months. Wow. So there's a lot of things. Just click quarterly filing. Hopefully they have it though. Hmm. Okay, let's do it one by one. Quarterly results. Okay, so we got that. That is the latest one. What about the one before? So let's see. We're gonna because in order to compare, we need the one before as well. Is this a new company? Firefly Airspace quarterly results. It literally just gave me one. Interesting. Is it a new company? Okay, it's not. Maybe it is a new company. Or it's not. August, July registration. Hmm. It's like a new company actually. Okay. Let's go at Firefly. Firefly. This guy. So, 11th of August. Okay, it just happened. So there's no guidance in the before. Mm, okay, that's interesting. This is the first time they release their earning release. So let's read it. Expect full year just like that. Full year to be 133 to 145. And what do you say here? Report like that quarterly. Analysts expect 138. Okay. So you just give that just like that. Raise all of that, ramping our light. Okay, okay. So yeah, so because we can't compare and stuff, so we're just gonna ignore that because there's only one quarter. We kind of have to compare. Will it continue to go down? Yeah, because it's just released here. Usually it will go down even more. a little bit before it turned back up. But that's interesting. Okay, so we done Aerofly because it's just 1 quarter. Let's look at Lena. You do the same thing. You go on Lena. You type that. You type investor, and you go on anything is fine. Earnings. Let's have a look. So press earning release is kind of what we want. Just click on that. Open new tab, and you click that. Same thing. Q2. You want to compare. Let's see if they have guidance there. Now, a lot of words, isn't it? A bit tricky. So to save your time on the words, you can copy and paste what it says here. So on the market screener, it says 133. You literally just go in here and alternate F 133. Just see if there's a words there. What is this going on? So it looks like the guidance wasn't here. Yeah. So you can see the guidance actually wasn't there. Let's read it one more time. Company expect revenue to be 130 to 145. Let's search for 145. 145. So it's not there. So that means it's not on this paper. It's not on what earning release. That's fine. Let's look at Lena earning transcript. Remember that three things is gonna be on either this or that. That's it. So let's look at this earnings call. So you do the same thing. You type 145 there. Let's see if it comes out 133. What is this? Continue reading. 133, 145. What's happening? Where do they get this number from? Let's look. Oh, sorry. Look at this wrong one. Lena. So it's 22200. So 22200. Wow, that's crazy. So we have to click this one more time and type 2200. So that is where the guidance comes. It's just at the end of the page. It says that we expect the new orders of that and that and that, consistent with the third quarter, depending on market condition. So that's what it says here. So you want to compare the one before. It's a bit tricky to compare like that, but let's do it. Compare like that. So here, and this is June. You go all the way to the bottom and you compare. We look ahead to the quarter, we expect new orders 22 to 300, 20 to 100. Deliveries, let's look at new orders is 20. What were new orders? 22. Deliveries 22. We expect remain approximately. Let's read it carefully what he says. We continue to focus on this is the third quarter. Therefore, we believe it's a good interest rate. The downward pair gives optimism. Therefore, we believe it's a good time. We expect 20 deliveries, a gross margin of 17. This is a gross margin of 18. So it's definitely dropped a little bit. 22, 23, 22, 23. This is June. Now in September, it's only 20, still 22, and margin drop a bit. So you could have short this on 18, but we kind of have to plot the nice graph. So you plot the graph to see if this has happened before. Okay, you kind of have to plot the graph so that you see if it's happened before. If you really want to make a lot of money, you have to plot the graph so you can see if it's happened before. Yeah, the drop is not mass. Whether or not you can see if the drop is massive or not is by looking at 8 quarters, and then you have a very very good discussion of whether the drop is massive. Okay. So people who've done on the 18, when the news come out, when they see 18, when the homes are getting lesser and lesser orders, you'll be like, what's happening? 18 is here. Let's say you miss that, you can hear. So it's still slowly coming down like that. Yeah. So that's Lena. Okay. So I'm just putting it on here just for a bit. 24th September. You have to plot the graph, guys. Lena. And then it's just the numbers, the orders from, and it's a different quarters as well. Orders from third quarter went from 22K, margin, I think 18% drop to, this is the fourth quarter, I think. So it's a different quarter. You have to summer because house has a season. People don't buy house in winter. People buy all their house in summer. Drop to 19, I think 19 and 17.5. So it's a bit of the drop there. Okay, so there's Lena. Okay, you have to plot the graph beautifully. If you want to short it, you practice shorting, do on your you need to plot the graph. Okay, there's Lena. Let's go to the next one. So it's a money hero. Let's get money hero. So all done that. If the plot, it means money hero investor. That's it. Type money hero, and you go to news release. This is the next company now. And let's look. The website is lagging. Let's see if it comes out. If it's lagging, we'll go to the next one first. Let's go new core. New core is can be interesting. Let's go new core. New core investor. New core. I'm gonna click which one? This one, quarterly result. Where are we? So press release, let's click on that. And then we click on another one. So we just compare like that. Financial review, all of that. You can read if you have time, but we're just gonna look at the outlook. It'll be nice if they have the whole year outlook, but we're gonna accept that. So we expect it to be normally lower due to the decrease earning in the steel mill segment and similar earning in the steel products. In the steel mill segment, despite resilient backlogs, stable demand, we expect margin compression as compared to the second quarter. Okay, so it's saying that there's no numbers. They just say to be nominal lower due to the decreased earnings in the steel mill segment. This is why studying competitors is nice, so you understand what they're on about. It looks like Newco is a manufacturer of steels and stuff, okay? But let's look at before, yeah? Let's look at what happened before the outlook. We expect earnings, this is June, to increase. We expect all of that to increase. We expect increase, higher average selling price. So it looks like before was quite good, okay? So Newco in April was fantastic. Everything was increasing. Okay, prices was increasing, beautiful. But since then, so you want to study the words and stuff like that. Nuco since 7 of 28. This is like July 28. Why are we looking at July, guys? But anyway, since July 28, if you shorted Nuco, would you have made money or not? When they talk about nominal lower, we don't really have this language before. This is why plotting the 8 quarters of your earnings helps. Okay, nominal lower. Before that was like, now we expect the earnings to increase. We expect all of that to increase. But this is what date? This is April 28. But in what date? July 28. A lot of these things happen. So if you read it lower, obviously you'll be shorting. So if you have shortened new, let's have a look. If you have shorted new, go exactly when the news comes out using our powerful strategy. Uh, let's see what days are. 28. When is 28? 28, which is when the stock market was going all-time high. Where was 28? 28 was just okay, just around there. When the market kind of going all-time high, then they started to come down really, really nicely and slowly and gradually like that. Market was like a rocket, by the way, coming down really, really nicely and gradually like that. So that's that's okay. But why are we looking at something is July time? Let me have a look. Okay, this is the latest one that I want to look at. Let's look at the latest one. It's nice to back test it. You can see it's beautiful to back test it, so you know what happened. This is 7 to 28. Why are we looking at that? Let me look. New code 917. Nuclear set. Analyst projected. So where do you give this news? So let's go to view all news. So sometimes companies don't just say the news, then they suddenly, 17th of 9, they suddenly just announce the guidance without telling you it's an earning state. So this is why, you know, when you do your babies, when you buy your babies later, you kind of have to check the news of the company, back test them to go back in time to see when do they actually give the guidance. Some companies give the guidance the same time as what? As earning release, but some doesn't. It's powerful, isn't it? So the earning guidance is separate. Suddenly on the 17th, this guy comes out and this is what he said. So announced guidance, expected quarter to be in the range of that. So, you know, earnings guidance expected to be decrease, lower volume, higher costs during all of that. So when they give you this number, is no use. You have to compare the one before. So what you do, because it's a guidance, so you go back minus 3 months there. So let's look. Announced guidance. Can you see? This is June. That's what we want. So let's compare that. Let's see if it's the same. So before was 2.55, guys. This is crazy. Let's put it on there. Newco is a steel business. Just trying to know what they do is nice. 2.55. This is June. Drop to 2.05. This is September today. So it's kind of like a good short as well. But what is the problem? The problem is you just have to go and back test to see if it's happened before. Okay, let's type it Bazinga here. Oh, there's what do you mean? But what do you mean back test has happened before? That means you have to go through 8 quarters to see if it happened before. Okay, very, very simple. How do I log in? Mm-mm-mm. Okay, we're gonna do that kind of later so you can see kind of what happened. Okay, let's type see if it's there though. Sometimes it's not there. It's crazy. We go on guidance like that. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. So before was 2.55, we saw that just now. Now it's 2.05. That's just what we written. 2.05, 2.5. We written that. That's Q3 to Q2. All right. Before was Q1 was like that. Q4 was like that. Q3 was like that. Q2 was like that. So it's a lot of things going on. So how do we compare when it's like that? So what you can do, let's do period to period. Let's see. Is this easy to do or not? Okay, let's do Q3. So right now we are looking at Q3. Okay. Okay, how do we compare this? Let's have a look. Do. Okay. So plotting the graph is so much better. Okay. But we're gonna do it this way for a bit, just so you can see. So these two we understand. We just did it just now. It will be nice to do all the 8. Will be really beautiful. But let's have a look. So what is the question that we have? The question that we have is we want to see if this drop is massive or not. That's what we're trying to do. Okay. So this is Q3. We're trying to see if, last time, yeah, we're just trying to see if the drop is massive. That's it. So How can we start like that? So this drop is zero point 0.5 kind of drop, okay? 0.5 EPS kind of drop. So this is zero point 0.5, this is like 1. There's a bit of a drop kind of there. And you'll be like, oh, this is interesting because, this is interesting. This is December time because this guy dropped 0.55, 1.3 to 0.55. But still it's a season business. So let's look at what happened this last time, 2.37. So it's a really drop there. So let's see what happened to the stock price on December 16 when there's a drop like that. So let's go back. December 16. What is this new code? December 16. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. What's going on? So very quickly, this is when they have the full year guidance so much easier. December 16 will just be, yeah, it's gonna just be there. And then you pull back a little bit and then come back down a little bit. So we kind of have to read a little bit more. So because the guidance is a lot of words there, so it's not just a number anymore. Look, announce the guidance, expect the guidance to be there, and they give the commentary. We have to read this a little bit. Expect it to decrease all over as compare. This is due to lower volume compared to all this margin. The raw material expect to have lower earnings due to lower profitability. During the third quarter, they repurchase their own share. That's okay. So the important part is actually this. So on those numbers is not enough because this is nice because they actually tell you, you know, the third quarter expected. So this is actually um what quarter are we on? Announced third quarter. Yeah, third quarter means is a R means it's a present tense, so it's an outlook. So it's just telling you that it's gonna come down really, really nicely. So plotting is fine. Okay, I'm just gonna copy that. So when you do your earning guidance, plotting your graph, you have to include these sentences in each of the sentences. Okay. So that's new code. Done. Let's go to the next one. You just have to plot that really beautifully. The next one is Darden. Okay. Darden. All right, for the year, expect 7 to 5, including 2% same restaurant growth. 7 to 5 is quite a big growth, so I'm going to remove that. For the year, expect 7 to 5, including approximately same restaurant growth. So you have to compare between last time. But restaurant 7% growth is quite big to show. Fact set, someone else have done it as well. Okay, let's do it together since someone has done it. So I'm going to click fact set. LP, sorry, FXN investor. And I'm going to click press release just like that. And I'm going to click that. So this is September and result for that as well, you know. Okay, so we go on guidance straight away. For the longest, when I first started, I used to focus on things that's not important. Like wars, I used to read all of that because it's the first thing. We all look at that. When I first started, I'll be like, why is it not making money? And I realized that we actually have to look for something powerful, which is we need to look for the guidance, the outlook. That's where the money actually make. And I was like, wow, my mind opened. And the most important thing is at the bottom. So either you found it or you don't find it. I think you copy and paste these ones as well. Really, really well done. Really, really well done. So let's compare right now. I think you have that there already. But it's a bit tricky because the numbers are not very aligned. Some are up, some are down. 100 million, 100 million, 2, 3. So this is 2, 4. So it's an up. Margin was down, 29, 32. Margin is quite important thing. And then the EPS was also down. So some up, some down. In order to make money, we do need everything to come down. Let's look. So weekly was like that, you know. What's going on? Let's read it properly. They give you the reason. This is the kindness about this. They give you the reason. Up 6, up 29, up 70. Mm, let's read what they say. I like this. Strong quarter, reflect, strategic point, AI reshaping, all of that. Continue, finish, strength, and all of that. Remain focused on. But they didn't say the reason. At any point. Okay. In the video, was trying to speak, repurchase the other of the share outlook. Given the risk factors might differ, to grow from there to there to there to there. Operating margin do not include. Please refer. Okay. Awesome. So the only thing that's kind of coming down, let's do one by one. Organic 100 million. What does it say? Organic 100 million. That's the same. 23 to 24. That's a very small increase. Margin 29, 31, 32. That's a huge drop. Adjusted operating 36, 34. Okay, I'm going to copy the whole thing, guys. Put fact set here. Fact set. So you have to kind of backtest a little bit to see what happened in the past to see if I actually, drop as much as this before. So this is before. So you kind of have to see if it's a big time decrease. So if I see so far, the GAAP diluted EPS decreased a little bit, and the operating margin also decreased 29%, and this is around 32%, just right there. Okay, cool. So that's the three companies that we found. There is a bit more as well as where are we? This is September. DuPont, we've done that. We're almost done. Let's have a look. So facts that we've done it. Human revenue falls on weak consumer spending. Let's move on to that. Bullish races, Volkswagen break off. New core announces guidance, races, FedEx, Homelander, FedEx, all of that, everything, all of that. The FedEx, paperwork, into only Dupont, all of that. We've done all of this already. We've done all of these. Volkswagen, why are you doing the same thing? Races, that's what this resolute races. Manchester forecast revenue to decline. That's crazy. Cryptocurrency bullish. What? Super good revises. Revises, we want to click it because we don't know whether it's went up or down. Provides earning guys, we will click it. All of that. September 16. Strata updates earning guidance. Meter is the same. We just look for the word guidance that you literally expect. Intel trims full year expense. That's a good news. Revises is full year. We should click that. Lowers is expense. Expense means less cost, so less fun. Sainsbury. Let's see. Adobe raises earning guidance. Cool. They also raises the earning guidance. Delta Airline reaffirmed. The affirm is the same. Love sex. Oh, that's done it. Okay, that's cool. Where's our Guidewire? Let me look. Guidewire is like 8, isn't it? Let me see if you can find it. Let me just see. How can we find Guidewire suddenly just like that? Oh, yeah, just like that. Guidewire provides earning guidance for the first one. So when they use the word provides, you actually have to click it and study the earning guidance. You click it. Same thing with NVIDIA. When it comes out provides like that. They don't tell you up, they don't tell you down. So you kind of have to you have to like, they just tell you one. So you have to go to the company's website and find it one by one. That's literally what happened. Anyway, let's go back here. Um, Manchester. Let me see how much is down. 640677. Not too down. A little bit down. Not crazily down. Supergroup 28 greater raising. So we're trying to look for the drop. Is introducing 640. We have to look at what happened in the past. Let's look at this strata. 180. This looks like a new company. Okay. Strata. What's this? Can't find it. Yep, that's about it, I think. It's just Manchester. And yeah, what is this? Oh, look, there's nothing on iHuman here. And then fact set, we've done it. And this Money Hero. Where's Money Hero? Let's see this guy. Money Hero. Crazy, crazy, crazy. It's a new company, so. All right, let's look. So, first one, like Money Hero Investor. I thought we are doing that just now. So, reports, we click on that. And then September, we minus 3 more months to find the last one. The last one was reports as well, June. That's it. And you compare words to words straight away. Commentary, operational revenue breakdown. So if you can't find it, the guidance, you copy and paste it. What does it say? Let's see. It says 30. So you go on here and you click alternate F30, 30%, just like that. So looking ahead, that's literally the earning guidance. We are making 30% of group revenue. That's about it. So let's go with the one before. Whereas looking ahead, there's no numbers. So we can't really compare it like that, okay? Because it's something as a new company. So there's no comparison, so we can't compare. You have to read word by word just to compare properly. Yeah. It's a potential good short for that guy. So what about Manchester United, the last one? Manchester United PLC investor. Press. So we're gonna click on that. This is September. So you go, oh, and that. So we want the guidance. So where's the guidance? Introducing 640660. What about before? 660670 is very, it's a drop of 20 million. The before one was what? 180190 and then 180200. Yeah, a little bit drop. Manchester. Let's look. Manchester. A little bit drop. It's okay. It's okay. Awesome. So that's the company. That kind of what we found. Awesome, everyone. As I said, when I first started many years ago, it's very tempted for us to do a lot of activities, for do a lot of stuff, a lot of things here and there. But in reality, to make money in the market, you don't actually have to time the market. You just have to be waiting for it to come to the point that you want. And you choose some really great stocks. For apprentices, we tell you exactly what stocks to go for. Yeah. When I buy, I will let you know. At this moment in time, no one is buying anything. Warren Buffett just told us that he's selling a stock again, literally. A lot of people are actually selling stocks again, sell stocks. I think he sell 12 hours ago. He just told us that he's selling stocks called BYD. Let's see, what's BYD? It's like a Tesla thing, you know, like that. Interesting. Okay. What is this? Is it BYD? This is 15. Wow, it's been going out like that. Yeah. So smart people are sitting tight at the moment, you know. So yeah, so happy for a lot of you because when the time comes, we're gonna get in like that. Okay. So today, what happened? Everything was red today. It was really, really, it was okayly red today. Tesla was down 1.8% and stuff like that. Slowly. Coinbase. Okay, cool. That's it for now. Hope you guys learned something new today. When you go through the earnings, it's not too difficult. Just go to the guidance one by one, week per week. If you done this week, do next week, done next week. You only have 7 days to do it. Okay. The thing about when you do it, you know what's going to happen to the stock markets as well. Someone said, can't hear me. Someone said, can't hear me. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So that's it for today. Hope you guys are doing really, really well, Alvin. Awesome. Got Lena. Ben got Lena. Really well done. Really well done, Ben. You're doing so well. You are looking at fire, then looking at Lena. You're well done, Yogi. You are so good for spotting that. That's it for today. Hope you guys learned something new. And I will speak to you very, very, very soon. Just remember that to write that down, money is made from two things in the stock market. Money is really made not from activities, it's really from the inactivities. Okay, it's not from buying, not from selling. Money is actually is made from being disciplined and just wait for the right time. That's the first part. The second part is that yeah, getting ready. Getting ready a little bit. You're in the September time, just like that. Okay, getting ready a little bit. Cool. That's it for now. If anything, just let me know. I'm so excited for apprentices, on the high level training. Yeah, really happy to see you guys. That's it for now. Abu, Alvin, and Barry, nice, Bobby. Yeah, when the right time, we're gonna let you know what to do, Barry and Bobby. Really well. Calvin, Camilla, Chi Han, Claire, Dodie, Evelyn, Harriet, Javi, Jack, Sean's as well, Varen, Jenna, Kim, Leo, Marian, Javier, you want to text me? Nora, long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Matt, really nice to see you. Matt, Paul, we have Stan as well. Stan, really nice to see you. Awesome. Yogi and Suki, and well done. Speak to you guys very, very. When I get the well done, well done. You guys are doing so, so, so well for the elite students. Awesome. Speak to you guys soon. You're welcome, Yogi. You're welcome, Bobby. Really nice to see you. You're welcome, Ben. We have Pan. We have Carlo. We've got Alvin. We have Javier. Well done. We have Marian. I mean, nice. Awesome. And I love what you just say, and the good news is we are always here for you. We're gonna do it together with you. Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna do at least one, two, three extreme fears together with you. You're in the right place, you're on the right hand. Sit tight, we're gonna be here for you. Yeah, don't worry about anything. I'm so excited for you. Awesome. Yeah, as you say, in life just need to get rich, not 5 times, not 20 times, but one time. Like in 2021, after COVID keeps rallying before it came back down. Yeah. Awesome. That's it for now. Speak to you soon.